Sweeney Prep Baseball here from Gill Stadium on Manchester Public Television. It's a pleasure to be with you here from the Queen City. I'm Zach Johnston alongside Kyle Heavey here on Channel 16. It will be Bedford versus Sweeney, post 64 versus post number 2 here on a scorching hot day at Gill Stadium.
Zach Johnston, I'm Kyle Heavey. First time doing a prep game here. We're making history here on Manchester Public Television, seeing what this squad can bring. It's a hot one. The senior team is on the road, and we might as well check out what the future brings for Legion Baseball here in the Queen City. And you know a number of these players here on the field tonight, Zach, so you must be pretty excited to see what the future of Manchester baseball can be.
Well, I know the players and I know the coaches as well, and just a big shout out to manager Nick Sullivan, assistant coach Nick Provencher, assistant coach Connor Lyons, and assistant coach Adam Jeffrey helping getting the prep team back and going. Last year was big. I know Nick Sullivan and Connor Lyons were a big part of that. But here we go. Joey Suozzo will lead things off here for Bedford against Sweeney pitcher Max True. Doing the catching is Will Ritchie. Ritchie behind the plate will go through the Sweeney defense after the first pitch. But Suozzo, the shortstop for Bedford, True on the mound, and here we go. First pitch grounded to the left side. Perez coming in. Angel, high throw. Oh, he airmailed it, and he'll throw it out of play. That's still in play. It hit off the fence, and the runner's going to try to get to third. Wow. A first pitch ground out turns into a triple. Well, yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, Zach, as you know that the sun is going to play a factor for the first few innings, but that throw from short was a little bit off, and obviously it's a big diamond here with a lot of room, as this been certainly wonderful confines here of Gill Stadium. The history is there, but that play will not make history.
Up in the air to left field, it's Rollo in shallow left. He'll make the catch, no advancement. The throw will come home and will be cut off by Will Ritchie behind the plate.
2 pitches, and this Bedford team is hungry, seems like, so far, Zach, with 2 pitches, 2 swings, and, well, thankfully for Sweeney, they have 1 out now. See what they can do with a left-handed hitter now, though, Zach.
That one fouled away by Ben Labonte with 1 out. We'll take a look at the Sweeney defense in the infield, third to first. It's Alex Solis with Angel Perez to his left, with Dom Longy, the second baseman, and Tommy Davey, who's at first base. In the outfield, left to right, Jackson Rollo, Joshua Torres, and Emil Santana. That's hit to Jesh in center. He overran it, and it's over his head. This is going to cause some problems. Torres overran it. Labonte's on his horse. Torres on the ground. The throw cut off by Perez. Here's the play at the plate. He's going to score. Electricity from Ben Labonte around the diamond. And it's 2-0 Bedford just like that.
Yeah, we watched some opening warm-ups here, Zach, you and I did, and to know that the ball seemed to be sailing pretty good, and the outfield obviously trying to play in so they can throw home, but that just clearly got over the center fielder's head, and it makes it a 2-0 game here, and now Bedford with still 1 down. We'll see what they can do with their 4-hitter.
It's ruled a home run, technically, because the ball didn't hit Torres' glove. He just completely overran it. And True is throwing strikes. That's towards the left side, and a base hit past Perez into left field. Boy, has this Bedford team come to hit. Cody Byer with the base hit. He's the catcher for Bedford. The inning will continue. Just 1 down here in the top of the first. 2-0 Bedford.
And just wild, Zach, to see that they are just hitting the True so easily on these first pitches. They're definitely expecting kind of some off-speed pitches here.
Cavernale, the batter, that's going to miss. And, worst case for Sweeney, they really don't want True starting to throw balls because that would just get the inning out of hand. Keep putting the ball in play. Walks will just slow everything down. Runner's about to take off for second. He goes. Up the middle, they could turn 2. A diving stop by Longy. Can he make the play at first? Safe. That is unfortunate. Don Longy with a nice play at second base.
Yeah, a good hit and run there, and it's a good thing that there was because that certainly would have been a easy fielder's choice for 6. But now for Bedford, runners at first and second with still only 1 down, already up 2-0, and a chance for more runs here if they're able to hit the ball some more.
On the ground left side, that's Miles Land. Perez coming in. Play at second out there. safe at first, and a fielder's choice gets the second out of the inning. This is productive, though, Kyle, because True's getting the ball in the strike zone, and they're getting outs, even with runners on base.
And it's not like, I mean, besides that home run, that was a hard hit ball, but for the most part, they've only made it into the infield here, Zach.
Well, it really should have been a line out, and he just overran it, that play to center. 2 outs for Sam Packard, the center fielder for Bedford. Could add insult to injury. They may have him picked off at third. That was a good move there. And at third base, you're not used to getting picked off. I saw that a lot in the pony games, Kyle, and it's maybe the 15U kids, as this is the age division for prep baseball in Legion. It's 15U. Runner taken off for second. Ground ball back to True. And they'll tag him out to the end of the inning. I guess he knows him from somewhere, as Packard will ground out to True to the end of the inning. But 2 runs will come around, but crisis averted, you'd think here, Kyle. We'll come back with Emil Santana, Angel Perez, and TJ Carvelis due up in the bottom of the first here on Channel 16. Cooper Gunning on the mound for Bedford. His team got him a 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Emil Santana squares to bunt. I don't know what the call is. Doesn't look like they're calling the strike, so it's a first pitch ball he pulled back, and he's ahead in the count.
Yeah, that's always tough, Zach, when you kind of try to put a bunt down and the pitch comes at you. It's like, how do I react to get out of the way from not being hit, but also pull the bat back?
Well, with no scoreboard here at Gill, I'm resulting to now having to use my Game Changer Premium subscription that I pay $100 for. That's a swing and a miss.
A year or a month?
It's a year, not
Okay.
$100 a month.
That's what I was going to say. You're
That's
really
egregious.
excited for a Game Changer here, but we appreciate you putting that burden on yourself. Another inside pitch, though.
I pretty much use what you guys pay me here.
Well, I mean,
No, I'm just kidding.
Either way, we're prepping you.
It's
right?
1 and 2, and I love using Game Changer Premium. That's off the plate, and it's 2 and 2. That's 3 and 2, actually, according to the umpire. Yeah, just with no scoreboard, it's gonna mess everybody up, especially Connor Lyons doing the Game Changer. But there's no doubt about that one. That's gonna be strike 3, no matter who's doing the scoreboard. So there's 1 out. Emil Santana goes down looking as Gunning gets strikeout number 1.
And certainly it's got to be difficult here, as you don't know if they're really playing you like they know how to throw this well, or if they don't. They try to keep him off your toes with a couple inside pitches that were nearly hitting him, and then comes back and throws some dimes right down the middle.
The star of the Diamondbacks pony game here on MPTV, Angel Perez ropes this down the left field line, but foul.
That was a good hit, but just probably about 3 feet or less.
We'll play the game called Did I Coach Them or Did I Coach Against Them? What do you think, Angel Perez? Did I coach him or did I coach against him?
I think you coached against him. No, you're...
We'll
yeah.
see. Depending on this play. That's a ball. That's not going to help. Depending on the result of the at-bat.
We'll see what's going on, but
But Angel did shine on the mound in the pony game. Lots and lots of strikeouts. I think he had like 12 or 13.
so this is yesterday's game. He's playing 2 days in a row here
Yeah.
at Gill, Zach. That's pretty impressive.
In this heat. Looks like he may get on base here, Kyle, which may change your decision. Did I coach him or not?
Well, he's got the vision like you do of being able to get on base. So we'll see. If he gets on base, I'm thinking that you coached him.
Here's the 3-2 from Gunning. He walked him. And yes, Kyle, I did coach him. My last year at Manchester Little League, coaching recently. Not my last year ever, but my most recent team he was a part of and was a big part of. Great kid.
Looking at these jerseys, Zach, and wearing the 2-3, I don't know if he's a fan of Michael Jordan or not, but certainly has the looks like the Chicago Bulls for sure.
He's a kid who hits the ball hard. TJ Carvelis does not hit it hard that time. That's going to be a double play!
That's a tough one right there, as something was brewing there for Sweeney, and unfortunately it goes the opposite way for a double play for Bedford.
Just like that, they're out of the inning, and they'll have Jake Eaton due up in the top of the second. Bedford deflating the air out of Sweeney's tires throughout this first inning. It's 2-0. Post 54. We'll be back for the second inning here on Channel 16. Second baseman for Bedford will lead off the top of the second. This is Jake Eaton against Maxwell True. First pitch, a ball. But like we were talking about, Kyle, he threw strikes. They gave up runs due to unearned runs due to errors. True's got to keep pounding the zone. 1 ball, no strikes to Eaton. That's going to miss. He's getting them to swing. And Bedford, stay aggressive. Why not?
We were able to see his parents come into the game with a whole entire block of ice, trying to stay cool on this hot Monday night. Again, temperatures 95 degrees.
It's scorching.
And
we're still hot, and we got AC on in our booth up here at Gill.
It's sad to know that we are still struggling with heat, even though we have an AC on compared to these players out on the field and trying our best. It's actually dropped to 90 at this point,
Whoa.
so still at the 7:40
Put your sweatshirts on, guys. We're down to 90. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's True against Eaton. And that's his first walk. So that's the way Bedford wanted to start this inning, is after you make a good play on defense, you have zero problems coming out with getting a guy right on base. Take over. And this is going to be Tanner Abernathy. He's the right fielder. You'd think, Bedford maybe move up a little bit in the box against True. Get out, get more barrel through the zone against slower velocity. That's a strike. Eaton had a good secondary, but didn't go. Honestly, I haven't seen Will Ritchie behind the plate. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's R-I-C-C-I. Ricci. I don't know what his arm looks like. So I'm interested to see if they do end up sending this runner, Jake Eaton, on first.
Yeah, Christina Ricci was a famous 90s actress into the 2000s. And
small secondary, but small primary and a big secondary for the runner on first, Jake Eaton. That's ball 1 to Abernathy.
Well, Bedford doesn't seem to be too adventurous on the base paths as of now.
True comes home. Here's the pitch. It's popped up into shallow center field. Torres will make this catch and gun to first base. And luckily, Tommy Davey was there to back that up. Never been a fan of the throw to first base as a first baseman as a coach.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
Because if he doesn't make that play, like as a first baseman myself, honestly, Jesh, I don't mind the throw. I like the aggressiveness. But it's the idea of, as the first baseman myself, if I miss that ball, that's an unnecessary play. Now that guy's on third.
And a quick check over at first as well. So they really are, with 1 down, wanting to make sure that they keep him at first base going forward. Another check over.
Well, True, and a good move down to third. You almost think if you're Jess, you're kind of trying to make up for the error you made earlier. You gave up a 2-run home run on a play you should have made. Why not try to double him up at first base? I'm always in favor of being aggressive, whether that's on the bases or in the field. But it's the plays that at first base I'm just not a fan of. Down the line to third, Alex Solis, like his brother, the throw not in time. That's another good pick by Tommy Davey. You almost got to charge that a little harder at third base.
You do wonder that. At first, you weren't sure if it was going to stay fair or foul. It was right down the line, and it was just you're correct, but throwing on the run is always sometimes tough, too. And
you know what's good throwing on the run? Isaiah's brother is very good at throwing on the run.
Yes.
And I love seeing him at that same position as his brother just a couple months ago on the same field. Shout out to Vinny and Tanya, parents of Alex and Isaiah. Huge supporters of just Manchester baseball in general and of their kids.
Well, we got a car going the wrong way on Maple Street here, which is causing a little bit of turmoil here on the.
Oh my goodness!
As they try to do a U-turn, but realize that they can't, and boy, thankfully.
Oh man! Well, that's got to be the loneliest feeling in the world. They got runners on base, 1 out. Bedford looking to add to their lead, and that's a nice pitch there. Cooper gunning the Bedford pitcher at bat, and the count is 1-2.
That's got to be a super embarrassing moment, too.
Loneliest place right there. Up in the air. This could be 2. Perez will throw it away. I don't even know if he got the out at second.
I'm not sure that he did, Zach.
They didn't make the call. I think he did because now he's just running away, so they get the out at second, but a run scores on another throwing error, and I couldn't really narrate that play because I think we can agree I don't know what was going on.
It was wild. It looked like he stepped right in front of the bag, not even on it, Zach.
Well,
maybe I didn't see that clearly, but from here, because we are a ways away, but still with my zoom, it just seemed like he touched right in front of the bag before releasing that.
So Suozo was the second out. Gunning moves to second on the fielder's choice, an error. And this will bring up Ben Labonte. Takes ball 1. Labonte was the one who hit the quote-unquote home run on the misplayed ball in center field, which this is 15-year-old and under kids playing at Gill Stadium for the first time. And honestly, that's going to happen. Breaking ball missing from True, and it's 2-0.
And my apologies, Zach, for not knowing this. Is this their opening day?
No.
No. Okay, I wasn't sure if that.
I think this is their home open. I don't think they've played at home yet, but They have played. 2 outs, 2 balls.
Kind of looked back a second, but none of his fielders were even there.
No, nobody holding this runner on. Popped up, out of play.
Oh,
and honestly, holding runners on is something that, even at the high school level, you'd almost think like, they're not doing it here. I can see why it would be harder for them to learn it at the high school level. But the game is just moving so quick for these guys. It's hard to teach them everything at once. Maybe 1 week you work on this, and 1 week you work on that. It's a developmental process through the season where in week 1, maybe they're not holding guys on that well. By week 4, they're perfect at it. It's things that they build upon, which is really good about this program.
And that's what's always wonderful about learning more and more about the game.
Fouled back. This is Labonte. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Now, True does not have the meanest fastball here, so having him with 2 strikes, we'll see if he can find a spot.
Matt Vidaro at this age was just like this. But he can get guys out like this. Flown into left. Jackson Rollo coming under it. He'll make the catch for the 3rd out. Bedford able to get 1 more on yet another error from the Sweeney Prep Legion baseball team here for Hampshire Public Television. I'm Zach Johnston alongside Kyle Levy. It's 3-0 post 54. When we come back, it'll be the middle of the Sweeney order to lead off the bottom of the 2nd. Stick around. Will Ricci leading things off. He'll hit this well to the right center field gap. That's Abernathy going over, and he won't make the play. And it gets off his glove. He'll take a long turn, but he will lead off the inning with a base hit.
1 pitch, 1 single right there, and good to see that as 2nd inning in a row that a base runner has gotten on. Now they just got to stay out of a double play here, Zach, and try to put some runs on the board.
Tommy Davey, the first baseman. That's a strike right at the knees. Cooper Gunning on the mound. Had 1 strikeout last inning at the backwards K to begin the game. Starts Tommy Davey with strike 1. Ricci on first. On the corner, strike 2.
Now, from looking at his helmet here, Zach, is this a top-tier player that you have?
This is not tier 1, no.
It's not tier 1, excuse me.
It's okay. Foul back. That's something, I will say this. If someone didn't know what tier 1 was and only kind of heard that, that's exactly what I think that they would call it. So that's fair. And honestly, someone's probably called it that to me before.
Well, it happened here today.
2 strikes now to Tommy Davey. It's a very similar helmet color, and I honestly thought he was wearing TJ's helmet when he came up. Grounded to 3rd. This could be 2. Cavernelli will get the out at 2nd. The play at 1 is in time. You said it, Kyle. They had to get out of the double play, and they were able to turn it. Carnevale to Eaton to Labonte. 5, 4, 3, double play.
Zach, the commentator curse is always the worst feeling when you call things ahead of what might happen, and exactly what just happened there. I got to try not to do that anymore to the Sweeney Prep team because they will not appreciate me too much. But now a first pitch that's inside, and now we'll see what they can do with 2 outs.
This is Joshua Torres, the center fielder, with 2 outs. Fouls that back, going up for the high pitch. Cooper Gunning able to fight that off.
Oof, nearly came down and hit the
yeah.
umpire.
When you're at Manchester Little League umpiring with the backstop above you, foul balls can land bang right back on your head. Torres will take that one upstairs, and it's 2-1.
Umpiring is certainly something I miss doing in some ways, Zach, as a pitch here. Outside.
That's outside. Yep.
As that's how I got all my community service in high school, was umpiring Little League games and for Suncook Little League where I grew up. So
Torres looking to extend the inning. Swings and misses at strike 2, and the count is full. That was a big hack. He was way behind on that.
Yeah, he saw that, wanted it, but unfortunately missed it. And now
here's the 3-2. Gunning trying to get out of the inning. And he will. He got him to chase. And Bedford is rolling. They lead it 3-0 through 2 innings. They will have Cody Byer due up to start the top of the 3rd. Bedford showing off here at Gill Stadium. They got the 3-0 lead. We'll see if Max True will come back on the mound. It looks like it. We'll be back for the 3rd inning. Cody Byer going to lead off the 3rd. Last time he was up, he singled. Max True looking for a clean inning here if the defense can help him. They made a couple of alignment changes with a new first baseman. That's a swing and miss from Byer, and that will kick the inning off. Drew has not given up a single earned run here, Kyle. He's been getting the ball in play.
Yeah, it's tough when you feel like you're not doing enough, but he's really allowing these Bedford kids to hit it to his teammates. There's just the teammates aren't doing the necessary things to get the outs, and it's tough.
Here's the pitch. On the ground to short. Longy's there now. He can't make the play, and it'll find its way into center field.
That was a hard hit ball for sure, as even sometimes the senior team probably wouldn't have been able to get that one with how hard that was. But either way, a leadoff single, but we'll see if Sweeney can turn two just like Bedford did to them in the bottom of the second.
Braden Murphy now at first base. Angel Perez is at second with Dom Longy at short. Alex Solis remains.
Good move right there and called safe, but with the sun in the runner's eyes, he's got to be able to react.
Oh, he's going to throw it again. He's going to get right back. Man.
Again, second time he's been on base, Zach, so you kind of can expect a little bit more, and he's got a good-sized lead. I see why True is having some issues here.
They do it again.
I mean, it's sometimes tough when you expect him to take off here on this first pitch. And he does.
Here he goes. Here's the throw from Ricci. Not in time.
Well, it kind of reminded me right there of Dave Roberts in the Red Sox-Yankees, where you know that he's going to take off. It's just a matter of...
Well, that one was a little closer.
That one was a lot closer than that throw, for sure. But you just feel like that, yes, you know that he has one job and he's going to try to steal second. Now, will he take off for third is the question.
Popped up. This is Jackson Rollo in center, but that's Angel Perez, and it'll fall. Perez having another play fall, and another one that he can't make.
Well, it's certainly a difficult. You got your teammate rushing out, trying to get it. You know it should be your ball as a center fielder, but you don't want to collide with your teammate, as maybe he has a better read. But as a former center fielder, colliding with your shortstop is a awful feeling.
Yeah.
And makes for a really bloody nose, I can tell you that.
Throw over. Ball's blocked there. Apologies, that was Wyatt Carnevale who got that bleeding base hit. Now it's first and second with Byer at second with Miles Lamb, the left fielder, at bat. Nobody out. Foul. Hit him in the box.
Thankfully, it didn't seem like it fazed him too much, as, Zach, you've certainly fouled a number of pitches off of your foot in your time. I mean,
yeah,
it's never a good feeling.
Ruined my junior year. I mean, not that it really had any much left. On the ground to the left side, Longy from deep in the hole. He can't make the play. Runner will come around to score. Play at third, dropped by Solis. And Lamb will get to second base.
Just a tough spot. You try to make some defensive changes here for Sweeney, and they have not gone as well as they had hoped to do so far. And now with a 4-run deficit and no outs here, Zach.
Correct.
So runners at second and third, and boy.
Sam Packard, after the inning continues with another error from Sweeney, and it's now a 4-0 ball game. That one gonna miss. Packard grounded back to True to end the first inning, where it seemed like, okay, they got the outs they needed. Now they're still continuing to make errors out in the field. And it's not like the pony game. That's down on the left side.
That's a tough
This
spot
could
right
drop.
here.
It will. Another one drops. Solis and Longy couldn't make the play, and another one popped up that drops. Packard, that's going to be a hit, and it'll be first and second with nobody out, as Carnevale will come around to score.
I kind of saw it off the bat, Zach, that was just going to be a perfect placement, only so much Solis could do. And now we're going to have a quick meeting on the mound to try to calm down this Sweeney Post team with now a 5-run deficit and runners at first and second with no outs. And, basically they got to know that just make the plays.
I've been in meetings with Coach Preventure out there. I know exactly what he's saying. I do a good voice impression of him. I'm not going to do it here, but I know exactly the ways and the tonnage that he's putting out there on the mound. Not happy with the way that this defense has come out here, Kyle.
No, it's certainly you go through the little things in practice to try to get themselves different things, and just to see that all this practice has gone to no avail with giving up some runs here that should not have happened.
4 errors, Kyle. 4 errors in the top of the 3rd inning.
Well, we'll see now with without a runner on third what they're going to do.
First and second, that will get away from Ricci. Runners will advance. It popped right out of his glove. That just kind of adds insult to injury here.
Well, we don't want any injuries here, Zach, but I know what you're saying.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Jake Eaton, the batter. Big cut and a miss. And Max doing just fine on that mound.
It's like nothing like having a quad injury and still trying to play through it and tearing your Achilles, as we saw a couple times in this NBA postseason. So no more insults here. We're going to just try to get some outs here because Sweeney Post needs to help themselves out here in the top of this 3rd inning.
4-0 Bedford with runners on 2nd and 3rd. And nobody out. Here's True's pitch. And another one up and in.
And it's kind of interesting looking down, Zach, that the umpire's shirt and the Bedford's shirt are very similar.
They are wearing the same shade of blue. Runner safe at 3rd. My dad joked that he would start a travel baseball team called the Junior Umpires, and they would all wear umpire clothes as their baseball uniform. It's a normal baseball team, but they wear umpire clothes.
I love this idea. That's fun.
Here's the pitch from True. That's ball 4. He'll walk him, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Tanner Abernathy, who flew out to Torres in the 2nd inning in center field.
No movement in the bullpen at this moment, Zach, so it's going to be true or false here to see what happens.
That was coming eventually, wasn't it?
Hey, I had to do something there.
Grounded foul.
Let's see what type. Oh, and so Lisa will take it at 3rd instead of getting it to the coach. I want to see what type of play the third base coach could do, but we'll have to wait and see if he gets another opportunity. True.
True's pitch. Bases loaded, nobody out for Tanner Abernathy. The ball's out of Solis's glove at 3rd.
Kind of weird that just having some issues with not gripping that in the mitt, Zach, is kind of the throws have been right on, but they just have not stayed in his mitt, and you got to hope that can be fixed soon.
That's fouled back.
Hopefully Ricci's okay. It hit off right side of his helmet there.
Abernathy the batter, True the pitcher, bases loaded, and nobody out.
One run has already come across, so Sweeney can't let too many more come around.
That one gonna miss.
And on a 90-degree night, it certainly is taxing for a pitcher for sure, as much as you don't think it's bothering you. And
Big swing and miss, and he gets the strikeout. 1 out.
That's a big out right there. Good job by Max to be able to get him chasing.
Here is Joey Suozo, who's up for the 3rd time in the 3rd inning. This is his 3rd time at bat, not the 3rd time this inning, the 3rd time in this game in the 3rd inning. And he got on the air and scored and then singled. That one's going to miss.
Obviously, it's a great feeling as a coach to know that your leadoff guy can be up 3 times already. Let's see if he can get on base again.
That's going to miss.
Ricci with a nice frame job. Just could see that it was a little inside. Do it again.
Bases loaded. True's pitch. Up the middle. Longy gets the out at 2nd. Play at 1. Not in time.
Oh, run did come around, so that makes it a 6-0 game. But to get the one of the outs, so now to make it 2 is a good spot. But obviously they wanted that double play, just were not able to do it. And now we'll see what the number 2 hitter can do with 2 down and 2 runners on base.
Here is Cooper Gunning. Second base is open for Suozo, who will take it. Here's the throwdown. It's going to skip into center field, and the runner will come around to score.
That's tough right there, Zach. Is out throw. Oh, and now another throw gets away, and the run will come around, sliding head first, and now an 8-0 lead here for this Bedford squad, just taking all the runs they can on opportunities here.
I didn't even see what happened. I was looking down.
The throw from center went to third, and the third baseman, Solis, just wasn't able to read the hop and got past him.
Suozo came around to score. Now gunning up, 2 outs. He's got some insurance.
Now see if he can help himself some more, too. Yeah, it was a weird situation there with just watching that ball fly away. I did not have it on. Now a hard hit.
Popped up. This could be trouble. It is caught by Tommy Davey. Boy, did he take a tumble on that one. An inning that Sweeney would like to forget about has concluded with a nice play by Tommy Davey in right field. We believe it's 8-0. That's what my game changer says. It is 8-0. When we come back, Sweeney will have a chance to answer with the bats with Braden Murphy due up. Stick around for the bottom of the third. Inside to Braden Murphy, ball 1 from Cooper Gunning. And that's how this inning will begin. Here is the 1-0. Another one will miss.
Sweeney with a snowman on the scoreboard for Bedford needs to get something going here. And nothing better than a leadoff single here if possible.
And that's there, strike 1.
Seems a bit inside. I got to give the catcher credit for that frame job, but either way, a strike was called, and got to be careful.
That will miss, 3-1. Murphy looking to start this inning with a positive for Sweeney. He walked him. Lead-off walk for Murph.
Well, the third consecutive inning with a runner getting to first base here, but 2 double plays have derailed any sort of hope here for Sweeney. Let's see if they can learn from their mistakes and go with the flow here in the bottom of the third with a runner on.
It'll be Max True with his best friend on first base.
Oh,
that one a strike. He'll take strike 1. He's in the area. Murphy on first with a very small primary. Dancing off with his secondary. That pitch will miss. To True. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cooper Gunning with just 2 strikeouts. Although, it's the third inning, so they're through 2 innings. That's right there on the corner.
I think Max is questioning why he isn't getting those calls.
They're hittable. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Cooper Gunning. That'll bounce, 2-2. The thing about it, though, Bedford was swinging the bats. Strike zone tends to go the way the team who swings the bats more, I will say, as an umpire. I don't do it myself. Knowing the umpires, though, most of them are definitely that way. That one will miss. That's a good take. 3-2.
And certainly Cooper has a little bit more velocity as well on his pitches that are a little bit tougher to see here for the umpire.
He strikes him out swinging. That's out number 1, and the third K for Cooper Gunning. Got him to chase.
Kid is feeling it right now in this third inning.
Here's Alex Solis. This team had a rough go of it on defense. It would help to smash the ball on offense, get a little confidence back for anybody. And that'll be strike 1 on a big swing and miss.
So about a 4-year age difference between Alex and Isaiah here?
Yeah, something like that. Up the middle, and there we go. Base hit for Alex Solis. Play at second is in time! Oh my goodness, what a heads-up play by Sam Packard in center field to get Braden Murphy out, and now a fielder's choice. Not a hit.
Tough right there. Just one hop. The center fielder able to throw a laser into second base. And
not a good secondary from Braden Murphy. Here is Dom Longy. He's the shortstop now. Sam Packard didn't even hesitate. Picked it up, threw it right to second base. You're not used to trying to throw guys out on tag plays from the outfield. That one popped up left side, backing up Carnevale. He'll make the catch. And Carnevale will glove it, and that's out number 3. Longy will pop out to complete the 3rd inning. So Bedford has stomped on Sweeney, and it's continuing to be that way through 3 innings. It's 8-0 when we come back. It'll be time for Bedford to bring it with the bats again. Stick around. 4th inning, kicking us off. It's 8-0 Bedford with a new pitcher for Sweeney. Joshua Torres has taken over on the mound. He'll face off against Ben Labonte for Bedford.
And was ready for that first pitch, but unfortunately the umpire was not. So we had a fake out there.
Play. Yep. Labonte against Torres, first pitch. Gonna miss, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, a little bit more velocity here from this new pitcher as we were watching the warm-ups. And location seems to be a little bit of an issue here as the second pitch goes inside.
Well, the thing with True was he's giving you strikes, and nobody was fielding them. So now you've buried yourself into a hole. Now you got to come in and pitch in this hole. But the good thing is that they don't have offensive hitting momentum. They're not blasting the ball into the gaps and whatnot.
Well,
3 straight balls.
You know he
it's
will
not
not
what
be,
you're looking for.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's not swinging.
Able to find the zone there.
It's very easy to come back from 3-0 as a pitcher if you just have the mindset that you're always ahead. Because all it takes is something over the plate. This hitter hasn't thought about swinging in 2 pitches. He's going to foul this back if this is over the zone. Well, there it is. And now all you got to do is you give him a low breaking ball, swing and miss at it. Or something up high. But this can't go right over the plate to the point where he's just going to smash it. But he's looking to hit now.
We got to get
It's got to be a competitive pitch. Here it comes. That's right there. And he got him looking. He came back from the 3-0 hole and got the backwards K. How about that?
Big spot right there, getting that first out with the K, a backwards K at best. And now with 1 down, we'll see if they can continue a clean inning here, Zach.
Max only had 1. Jesh gets 1 in his first batter he faces. Now he's got some momentum. That one hit well left center field. That's going to back up Santana and get over his head and roll to the fence. On his horses, Cody Byer. He's getting the windmill to third. Santana's throw cut off by Perez in deep left center field. That's a triple for Cody Byer.
Was sitting on that first pitch and sent it a long ways there, and that's pretty impressive for a young player to be able to hit it that far. Obviously, the AstroTurf helps it a lot to have it roll, but either way, it still is a big hit, and now run 90 feet away.
Torres will face off now against Wyatt Carnevale, who's singled twice today. He'll spike 1 low for ball 1.
Landing spot will been an issue here for Torres for the first few pitches here as he's trying to land carefully and still be able to throw that pitch. So we'll see what he can do here. Ball inside.
2-0. This man, we had some high hopes after that first batter. He came back from 3-0, got a punch out, and then gives up a triple right after. Carnevale, the pitch, the 2-0, is ball 3, and a good stop by Ricci.
Yeah, that was certainly a number of feet away from the plate to our right, his left.
Torres. Ball 4, skips away, and Byer will score, and it's 9-0.
Kind of a little bit of confusion there from Ricci as that kind of just bounced past him. There was not much of a reaction there to stop it, just let it go. And now 1 run comes in and 1 goes on, and does not count as a walk RBI, right?
You do have 1 out. Miles Lamb, the batter. That's another wild pitch. Carnevale will take second.
He's going to round second, look at third for a moment, but we'll take the free 90 feet. Torres now in a jam here.
He comes set and comes home, and another one way out, not competitive.
Runner was halfway to third there before realizing that the ball did not get past him. And
Great stop. Will Ricci is really good behind the plate.
Certainly looking. The senior spot could be just a.
I don't know if you can do call-ups.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm not sure how Legion
It's not like
baseball works.
JV and varsity.
Yeah.
Or maybe it is, and I just wouldn't know.
I'll have to ask that next time we do a senior Legion Sweeney game.
I bet I could find out. Maybe the junior coaches could know, too. That's a strike. Well, can he battle back again? It's 2-1 this time.
We know he can do it. Now it's just a matter of can he do it again.
Skips the throw over, picked by Solis, who's now at second base. Having trouble handling the ball is Alex here. Torres comes set. Here's his pitch. The 2-1. Missed. And they got to come back and call. He's taking the widest secondary I've ever seen. And that's on the second baseman. Pick that up. You run right over to cover. Ricci's got the arm. Can Torres battle back? 3-1. There's the throw. Now he's going to break for third. His glove came off. I have never seen that. Mercy. He went to go catch it, and just the glove flew right off his hand, Kyle. And that is, wow. I'm at a loss for words right now. Alex Solis, that's a tough play right there. You don't see that every day.
No, I mean, a lot of gloves have Velcro to keep your glove on, and they might tighten it with some strings, but there to have that just come off. And
here's a strike. I believe this is a pinch hitter. This is number 1. We got the number now. We'll find the name. Here's the pitch from Torres into left center. Coming in is Rollo. It'll drop, and it'll get over his head. Runner will move to third. And that is a pinch hit single that'll score another run for Bedford.
And now
they're making more subs. Sam Packard was just hit for by Luke May. Now this is Nick Jodoin pinch hitting for Jake Eaton.
Runners at the corners now, Zach, and already with a 10-run lead.
Here's a mound visit from Coach Sullivan, and they're going to change pitchers, I believe.
Not a good fourth inning right here. Torres with a little bit of a smile on his face like, and I was doing all that I could here, Coach. And this Bedford squad is taking advantage of opportunities left and right. Only so much I can do, but now with a pinch runner, or pinch hitter, it's an opportunity here to be able to battle. As we does have that 1K, and we'll stay in the game.
Keeping him on the mound. It looked like Sully had pointed to the third baseman Dom Longy as if he was going to put him on the mound. But this is Nick Jodoin pinch hitting as Luke May is on. Runners on the corners.
See if they take off at first. No movement, so
will miss.
Good pitch too. Thought it was going to be called a strike.
That one gonna miss. 9-0 is the score. 10-0 is the score.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
It is 10, not 9.
It is 10.
Runners on the corners. Torres, the pitch to Jodoin. Right there. He'll get the call. Or 2-1 rather. Big swing and miss, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, with a big lead like this, now is an opportunity to get some of your other players out on the field. Obviously, it's still a very hot day. Might as well give some of your starters some rest.
The next batter is a pinch hitter as well. That one, base hit right field. That'll score the 11th run. A single from Nick Jodoin. Scores Miles Lamb.
That's a ZJ type hit right there.
That is
setting
very
that
true.
to opposite field, gets that run in, and gets himself.
Hit it so shallow that not even the runner could get to third.
All that matters is hits win games.
It's true. This is a new batter. One going to skip. Max Michael is the hitter. Michael against Torres. That's going to miss. 2-0. Luke May on second. Nick Jodoin on first with 1 out, which started the inning. And they have not gotten out of it since. That one way up at his head. Back pick to second is not in time. Alex dropped it again.
Something's going on with his glove there, Zach, for sure. Is just great opportunities a couple times to make plays and just not sure what's going on. Why isn't that glove working as well as he would like it to? As good throw there from Ricci to cross the diamond there.
All four, Michael will walk, and all the guys subbing in for Bedford have gotten on.
Now the bases
back to the top of the order for Joey Suozo.
Fully loaded, and now Coach Sullivan will come out again, and now we'll see what he decides to do with making necessary changes.
Well, with Suozo at bat, with the top of the order up, I think this might be now when they change pitchers.
Yeah, it looks like number 5 will be coming and making the move to the mound here.
That's Max. No, that can't be 5. That was just Max True. And they're going to take out Torres and put True back into field, and it looks like it'll be Dom Longi coming into the game to pitch, and it will. Well, we'll take a quick break while he warms up, and when we come back, well, let's make sure that's him first. It is him. It is Dom. When we come back, he'll be up to face Joey Suazo. We'll be right back. Joey Suazo, bases loaded against Dom Longi. First pitch will bounce for ball 1. 1 out. It was Ben Labonte to lead off the inning, which feels like an eternity ago. Bases are loaded, though. He can get out of this with just a ground ball. Max True is the third baseman. On the corner, 1-1.
And you got to remember, Zach, they moved this game at 2.5 hours to the 7:30 start. We have now played over just about an hour of this game here. And
that one's going to get away from Ricci. And another runner will score.
Bedford putting up.
That's Luke May. He will hit the plate.
A baker's dozen now runs for the Bedford squad.
That's right there. 1-2. Or 2-2.
Big bat here for Bedford. You can see the size in this kid.
He cracks this to center. This is Rollo coming in. He'll make the catch. No tag. He hit it hard, but not deep enough to bring in a run. Not enough to get away from the center fielder. 2 outs.
A lot of potential with that kid right there. You can see that he has a nice swing, setting it out to center field. Just got to find a gap next time. And for Sweeney, they will take the second out here and try to get out of this jam.
Cooper Gunning, the pitcher. This is his 4th time at bat. It's the 4th inning. Swing and a miss.
Got to wonder if he's going to go the complete game at this point, Zach. Or
well, why not?
Bedford's going to try to put someone else there to get some.
He pops up. These have been trouble today. That's another one to drop.
One run has come in and running second.
Good throw home. Yep, play at second. Not in time. Couldn't get the tag down. Wow. 2-run score. Cooper Gunning with a 2 RBI single and advancing to second.
Yeah, you called that, Zach. His trouble has been right there with some what looks to be easy pop flies have just been able to land down. And now a 2-touchdown lead here for Bedford.
Popped up down the line. This is out of play. True will end the inning. Sigh of relief, breath of fresh air. Ben Labonte, who led the inning off, pops out to end it. And when we come back, Sweeney will get a chance to answer with the bats. Jackson Rollo will lead it off. Stick around to see Rollo hit for the first time and then back to the top of the order. Center fielder, Jackson Rollo from the left-handed side of the batter's box will lead off and pop one up, and that could do it. Yes! 1 pitch, 1 out. Cody Byer able to trap it. That is unfortunate. I didn't mean yes in a way of positive for Rollo. I meant that is just a tough break.
Nothing going in favor of Sweeney's way on their home diamond tonight. This has been certainly a learning curve right here for sure of what they got to do better going into this week. And we'll be back here tomorrow, actually, facing a Salem squad that will be coming up here. So hopefully they can just forget about this in the next 24 hours here before coming back to play a 7:30 game tomorrow night.
It's a strike to Santana. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Salem Gold.
Swing and a miss. 1 and 2.
Will be the competitor tomorrow. So weird that Salem has 2 different teams. Well, obviously we got to get through this game here, Zach. And
swing and a miss. It skips away from Byer. And Santana still has to run. Are they going to throw him out at first? No, the ball's going to skip and be backed up well there by the right fielder, Abernathy. So good work by number 25. That's not him. That is Max Michael, rather, who is in right field now. Good work by him.
Great job backing that up, seeing that the ball had gotten away and getting into that spot and able to back that up really well. And Sweeney got to be careful on the base passes. Good pickoff move right there from Cooper.
Angel Perez with 1 out. With the way this has been going for Sweeney, this is a ground ball double play. Perez. He hit that one well to left field. But Miles Lamb will catch it. He dives in the air. He hit it well. Just a can of corn for out number 2.
Yeah, unfortunate right there is the sound of the bat was a good sound and thought that it might get over the left fielder's head, but unfortunately he didn't have to move too far to his right and was able to get that out. And now we'll see what they can do here with 2 outs.
TJ had that pop out that got Angel doubled up in the first inning. Santana will take off. Throw is good, and it's in time.
And he might have hurt himself at second, Zach, as he is gripping his ankle. We'll have to see what happens with that, but what an arm right there from the catcher to being able to get that 3rd out.
Well, we'll leave it at that for this inning, and we'll see you in the top of the 5th as Bedford will have Cody Byer due up. Dom Longy will stay on the mound for Sweeney as this game has gotten out of hand in some aspects. In other aspects, it's just a good chance to go out here and play baseball. A 14-0 game in lead of Bedford. The batter here is Cody Byer, the catcher, who made some pretty freaking fantastic plays that last inning, Kyle.
Yeah, I was very impressed. That throw down, I mean, he was really responsible for 2 of the 3 outs for sure. And we got an air horn here?
Yeah, well, this isn't graduation. That's a strike.
Wow. Don't know where that came from or why it's even here, but that's one way to get our attention for sure.
Here's the pitch home. Got him looking. Backwards K. That's how they wanted to start this inning.
Inside pitch, just had him watching the ball go past, not thinking it was going to be called a strike. And what a way to start this top of the 5th inning here, Zach, with a K, just like we had last inning as well. Ball kind of gets past.
Well, Game Changer says 2 hits for Sweeney. I say 1 hit because the Alex Solis was technically a fielder's choice because Braden Murphy was thrown out at second. So there's really only 1 hit for Sweeney in this game. 14-0. The 1 hit was Will Ricci, who you said was the Zach Johnston hit.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice placement right there. And
Wyatt Carnevale, he's the batter here against Dom. 1 out. Dom kicks and deals. It's low. Not knowing the count immediately. It's been tough without the scoreboard, I will say.
It's been
Can't keep track of every single pitch. That's going to be ball 4 with 1 out. Carnevale will walk.
You know, habits are created up here in this press box, Zach, as you don't even understand how many times I've actually looked over at
multiple times. I've done it many times.
Scoreboard that's not lit at all.
And then I look at the window to see what's that guy in that room doing? Why isn't it on? Oh yeah, there's nobody in there at all. 1 out. That's a strike. This is Miles Lamb. He has scored twice, singled and reached on one of Sweeney's many errors. And there's more errors than the scorebook will tell you, too.
Trying to figure this out here with a runner at first.
On the ground towards the right side. Solis bobbled it. Gets the play at... Oh, it's dropped at second.
Still is trying to go for that double play, and Solis might have to get his brother's glove for tomorrow night, as this has not been his night for sure, as bobbled that and what should have been a double play, but now kind of wanting to get an explanation of why that was not called an out, as it looked like it was going to be on the transfer.
He totally dropped that, period. That is totally, he is definitely safe. Sully loves to question calls, I will say. I've umpired many games with Nick Sullivan. He has helped develop me into a good umpire, but when it's 14-0, you need the out. Sully tends to wait until it's 14-0 to challenge calls.
All the players will go back to their respective spots here and see now what they can do here with, again, one down, but runners at second and first. And, you know, they got a good spot in their lineup here to get some things going.
Well, Lamb on. This is Luke May. That'll miss.
And you got to wonder if Bedford has gone through all their players at this point.
Oh, yeah. They've used their 3 guys on the bench.
And they did their job, all 3 getting on base.
On the ground, short. Can they get an out? Perez will flip to Solis. The play at first. There we go. That's what they need.
Dropped the ball, Zach.
Nope. Maybe on the transfer. I've done that before. That's going to be a double play, and Sweeney gets out of the inning. So to the bottom of the 5th we go. 14-0 Bedford. We'll see you when Sweeney will come up to bat in the bottom of the 5th. Strike called to TJ Carvelis, who will lead the inning off against Cooper Gunning, who's going for a complete game. I don't think they're going to play 7, Kyle. It's 14-0. But here's TJ. Popped up left side. Tough play. No problem for White Carnivale. Correction, that is not White Carnivale. That is Luke May at third base, who made that really nice play. 1 out.
Well, nice job to get over there and make that play. Is again, it's always tough playing in a new ballpark with the wind, and was able to field that cleanly and get that first out. So Sweeney needs to get runs, need to stop popping up.
There's a strike here to Will Ricci.
He's got a hit already in this game, Zach. See if he can do it again.
That'll skip away from the catcher, Cody Byer. 1-1. Byer's been great today. Gunning coming home. Ricci puts this in the air to the left center side. It will be caught there by the center fielder. We've had multiple defensive changes, but it looks to me that might have been Wyatt out there in center. Nonetheless, 2 outs.
Thankfully, not a collision out there between the left fielder and center fielder, as they definitely were both in the same position, but it was the center fielder's ball, and he was able to make that catch cleanly. And now a foul ball here to start off with 2 outs. Sweeney does not want to go 1-2-3.
Left side, and this game will continue with a 2-out base hit there from Tommy Davey.
Well, 5th straight inning with a runner on base here, Zach, but still have not gotten a runner to second base in this game for Sweeney. Well, let's see if that can change here.
Swing and a miss from Jesh. Strike 1.
Certainly liked that pitch and was a little bit off here, as now a quick discussion here with the umpire, asking him to put whatever is in his pockets fully in. Late swing on that one, and now down 0-2 in this count, Zach. And boy, this
Bedford looking to put the seal on a 14-0 win. Popped up to first, and that'll do it. Glove by Labonte, and a 14-0 game.
Total running time here, Zach, 1 hour and 15 minutes in this contest, and a mercy rule win for Bedford, who had looked very good in this contest. And we'll see what this prep team can do for Sweeney Post as they'll be playing here again tomorrow. But a night that you're going to want to forget here, Zach.
Yep, just not clean defense. They'll have to clean it up for tomorrow. Other than that, not much else to say. The game kind of spoke for itself here tonight.
Yeah, I want to thank Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, Zach Johnson. Always a pleasure to be up here in the booth. We'll look forward to doing some more games over the next few weeks here with the Sweeney Senior League and possibly some other prep games. But for now, we'll say goodnight here from Gill Stadium. Player of the game, I got to give it to Cooper here, Zach.
Agreed.
It's kind of been a good night here at Gill Stadium, but we'll look forward to seeing you again. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you again soon.